Hi guys, Mitch King with Trade Stocks America with the Tuesday morning, September 7th, 2010 daily stock report. We should get some really nice trading with full volume and normal trading action starting next week, and especially the week after that we'll be in full bore. We're starting to see a little more activity in the last few days, and it's just starting to move a little bit. We're getting obviously a bullish run here in the last 3 days. After the jobs report Friday morning, avoided the worst case scenario. So a sigh of relief, and stocks went up 1.25% on the Dow 30. Here's the NASDAQ QQQQ, which represents NASDAQ Composite in a different group of stocks. Here moved up 1.5%. Really nice move here. We should have a nice follow through on Tuesday morning to the upside, and we're probably going to start considering, I'd suggest you start considering selling some of those long positions anywhere from Tuesday through next week. And we have to assume that we're not starting a new bull run, that we're probably going to continue to abide by this downtrend we've been on. So this downtrend is generally what we have to assume, that we're still on a downtrend until it clearly makes some sort of a continuation on the upside or whatever angle that is of moving up. But my best guess is that we'll probably carry through on the upside on it for a couple of days, and we're probably going to have some sort of a pullback. We're sitting on some nice profits on some of these stocks. Don't get lulled into thinking that we're going to have a big run. I think we have to assume that this pattern that we've been in, all these little rebounds, that we should be selling into those like we're currently having a nice strong rebound here. Here's the S&P 500. Also 3 big moves up 1.5% today. Looking for this to start increasing at a lower speed than what we've seen in the last 3 days. And if we were trying to draw something, it might be looking like something like this. So it could flatten out, and my guess is that we'll move up a little bit and then have a little correction and a general uptrend that's more shallower than we've been seeing the last 3 days. So I think we've got a relief rally. We got a lot of fear out of the way. People are just a sigh of relief, really, and that's what's kicking in the buying. And we'll see how this acts, but we should have a good follow through on Tuesday. Here's AZO, went to a higher high today, all-time high again today, as you can see from just this last. As you can see, we've had a nice 3 days. The last 2 are all-time new highs with AutoZone, so really good strong trend. So that's a really good strong uptrend, and no reason to sell that. Google's finally starting to kick in and move up here today, and following the Baidu run that we've had 3 strong days, really strong with Baidu. Here's Melly, nice run today, 4 days up in a row, and we got a higher high today, really strong trend. Got a higher on SVNT, but closed down today after peaking up and then correcting a little bit. So keep an eye on this one. We're still on an uptrend, but we need to see this at 1530 to 1540 and continue to move up to feel comfortable with holding this. Real good move on SanDisk. Like to see this at $40, not going up another $3 here this next week or two. Alaska Airlines, also nice move, was over $48 at one point, so we're looking for this to continue to move up. Here's Kirkland Brand, which is part of Costco, a higher high today. Looking for more movement on the upside. Like to see $14 on this next week. Green Mountain Coffee also moving up. Real good move. Not sure if this is going to go to a new high at $33.70. IDT had a higher high today. Went as high as $16.60. Closed down. Closed at $15.73. This looks like it's probably heading down, so consider closing this long position. Here's a new long position. Looking for this to move up over 16 here in the next week to 10 days. And we're looking for this pattern to continue as we've seen all the way, this whole area on the way up. CIS, this is a resurged up today. We got a problem with this particular short, looking like that we're going to head higher next week. So consider closing or not opening if you haven't shorted this one. Here's this IPO situation we talked about. They can get really hot. We don't have that volume on this one. If you take a look down in here, you can see it just IPO'd back in July, and these things tend to go really crazy because there's a very low float on these IPOs, and that means there's not a lot of shares, so a little bit of buying can really continue to move up. So you guys take care, put the odds in your favor, Remember, today is the last day for registration for a discounted room at the Marriott in Dallas. Hope to see you guys there, and would love to work with you. Have a great weekend. Put the odds in favor. Get the good ones, and we'll talk to you soon.